Can you make a spoiler review for the people that don't care about spoilers with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Yes, absolutely. Just for you. Thank you so much for asking. This is going to be a spoiler review. So, warning to you all who haven't seen the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, like this video, bookmark this video, and come back to it. Alright, spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. None of the Guardians died. Phew! Thank goodness, I was stressed the whole time watching this. Although there were some close calls, like Rocket and Star-Lord in space. Only the Star-Lord one could have been prevented if only Bro had his helmet. I freaking loved this movie. 9 out of 10 from me. There are some choices made throughout that I didn't really care for, but overall, this is a phenomenal comic book movie. And I love how simple the plot is, really. Its strength comes from the emotion. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the inverse of Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame, we see Rocket Raccoon trying to save his family. And in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, we see the Guardians trying to save Rocket Raccoon. The movie starts off with Adam Warlock coming in as a beast, just taking everybody out, blasting everyone, and he injures Rocket Raccoon to the point where he is on the verge of dying, and the Guardians have to find out a way to override the kill switch within him to save his life. One of my gripes with this movie was Adam Warlock's depiction. It just wasn't my favorite adaptation of this epic character. They made him behave like a buffoon, like a baby, which, you know, they explain why he was released from his pod early, and it did eventually grow on me. But my preference, I wouldn't have him behave that way with mommy issues. Again, in hindsight, it really isn't all that bad. His character development is amazing. The scene where Counter-Earth 2 is exploding and he's trying to get to Mother as fast as he can, I got chills from that. And that was a turning point for this character. That's where he began to mature, and by the end, when he joins the Guardians, ooh, it's pretty rewarding and exciting. Guardians 3 is structured like The Godfather Part 2, with flashbacks incorporated throughout the narrative. Rocket Raccoon's backstory is horrifying, tragic, and disturbing. The High Evolutionary is responsible for taking innocent creatures like raccoons, experimenting on them, and trying to make them perfect or better from his perspective. He is inhumane and lacks all sense of empathy because he completely mutilates innocent lives. You can't help feel bad for these creatures or a sense of danger. It heavily reminded me of Sid's room in Toy Story. I love how Rocket got his name. He was fascinated with creating a rocket ship so he can fly his friends away to a better world. But when Lila died, that broke me, and Rocket's response was perfect. They literally peeled the High Evolutionary's face off.